Thank you, Lisa, for allowing me to be a part of this symposium. I want to say it's an opportunity again to lend my voice to the issues of leadership. Leadership is central to development and progress. And any organization who intend to be relevant in this present time should take the subject of leadership very serious. Why it's interesting to know that people want to take a position of leadership, it's sad again to say that most people do not know what it takes to be a true leader. My intention today is to clarify doubts around necessary requirements that could make someone to lead a team successfully well. What are the things that are key that you don't negotiate when it comes to leadership or when it comes to taking charge and taking control of a vision to lead a group of people from position A to position B? The first thing I think you shouldn't negotiate as a leader is respect. Respect is critical to progress, and it is necessary for development. You don't allow disrespect within your team. Everyone should understand their values and the position they are holding in the organization, and people should be acknowledged for what they do respectfully. Within a team where mutual respect is lacking, there will be chaos. There will be conflict. There will be pandemonium. People will be envying each other. And when there is envy, people can sabotage each other's efforts. Secondly, correct value system should not be negotiated as a leader. The moment you start communicating your vision to your team, you should explain to them in the language they would understand the best your value system. Value system around what you stand for, what you will not tolerate, how you expect them to conduct themselves in the working environment, what you would expect them in terms of turnouts and turning when you give them assignments, what you would want them to do when they are delegated in terms of authority and assignment. Sound value system equals sound organization. Correct value system will determine the strength of the team, and is going to be the driver that will take the team to the point of realizing the vision of the company. Number 3, responsibility. All the members of the team should have a sense of responsibility. One thing you don't tolerate as a leader or you don't negotiate is responsibility. People can be irresponsible, not by intention, but probably by culture, or probably by self-habitual tactics. People who come to a place of work and they decide to achieve their own personal purpose while behaving lackadaisically in approaching the vision of the organization. people can use the resources of the company for their own self-interest, personal aggrandizement, and personal purpose. Now, everyone should have a sense of responsibility in terms of what they are meant to do and how you expect them to deliver in terms of their engagement and what you have delegated them to do. The moment people are not responsible, it will be difficult for the vision of the organization to be realized. And indirectly, it's going to affect output, it's going to affect your brand, and lastly, it's going to affect your progressive improvement, which can kill the heart of the organization. Number 4, hard work and commitment. You need team members who are committed to what they are doing. Most time, they are there not because of what they want to gain, but what they intend to contribute in terms of quota, value, and dignity to promote your brand. The moment a leader doesn't provide an environment that can initiate commitment and also that can value hard work, it will be difficult for team members to build competence, to acquire new skills. And when new skills are not acquired, it's going to compromise the value system of the organization. Number 5, initiatives. The difference between losers and winners is ability to take initiatives. The difference between a boss and a subordinate is knowing how to make choices, decide on what to do initiatively, and taking the next step forward. A team member and a leader shouldn't compromise or negotiate initiatives. You expect your team members to be creative, and you can't be creative without taking initiatives. It is the responsibility of team members to see a need and fill it up, or to come up with a question that would justify the rationale and the essence of the vision of the company. People that take initiative, they bring new ideas on board. Their ideologies are special and unique, and that uniqueness brings additional income and value to the company. As a research leader myself, one of the things that I don't negotiate is discipline. Discipline. Discipline is critical to success. When you have people that are not disciplined in anything, it will be difficult for them to achieve anything. It will be difficult for them to stick to the rules of the company or the organization. It will be difficult for them to set goals and achieve it. It will be difficult for them to understand the vision of the company and at the same time how those visions could become dreams and goals that could be achievable. We need workers that are very disciplined. They are disciplined emotionally. They are disciplined in their taste. They are disciplined in their outfits. They are disciplined in their language. They are disciplined with regards to work ethics. They know what to do and how to go about it. I don't negotiate boundaries as much as you want to build a working family. You want to accommodate everybody. You want to give everyone a sense of belonging. A boundary should be well defined and tailored out. People shouldn't cross critical boundaries. As the leader of the team, people should understand your boundary. This your boundary is not your defensive tactic, but it is a way to promote integrity and dignity of what you represent as a leader of the organization. Each member of the team should understand the boundary, the rules, and the regulations that guide the organization. Don't cross emotional boundary. Try as much as possible not to cross friendship boundary. Know what people like and what they do not like. Know what makes people happy. Know what makes them thick and thin. Know what they frown at. And you should understand the kind of jokes that will not appeal to their conscience. You should understand boundary. Don't cross family boundary. Don't cross gender boundary. Don't cross ethics boundary. All necessary boundaries are to be mounted, to be respected, and to be valued if we all want to work together successfully in the organization. Again, I don't negotiate mental dignity. Smartness is critical to success. I've met successful idiots. They are hardworking, but they are not smart. They are hardworking, even sometimes they have money, but they do not have fulfillment, or they are not enjoying fulfillment. Mental dignity is your ability to have what we call brain children, what you can call your own. And because of this, we allow people freely to come up with ideas, things that can help build competence and capacity within the organization. I encourage this a lot within my team. I want them to be able to stand tiptoed and say that this is my idea. This is what I've done in contributing to the vision of the organization. The moment someone do not have mental dignity, it's very, very difficult for them to use their ability effectively well. And when you can't use your gift well, then you'll be denying opportunities that might not only affect you, but also affect the whole team. And again, you need to have what I call mental health. Mental health is key, it's important. You are not going to perform well, or you are not going to be at a point of highest level of performance without sanity. So in my team, I allow them to exercise their sanity, to take some time to rest, to take some time off, to deal with issues that are personal to them, which in a way is not affecting their commitment to their work and assignments. You need to understand that the moment you are sound in your mind, or you have soundness of mind, it will be easier for you to do your best. And when you do your best, automatically you are going to achieve the best. I don't encourage my team members to stress their mental strength. Sometimes you might need to go beyond your elastic limit, but most importantly, you don't do this at the expense of your sanity and wellness. And again, I encourage what I describe as independent courage. Independent courage makes you confident. It gives you ability to stand tall and do your work very well. It makes you to be trustworthy and at the same time trusting. You can easily work well within a group because one, they understand your value and they know what you are bringing to the table. Independent courage gives you personal credence and credibility, that you are who you say you are and you can do what you have projected to do. And you have all the necessary value system relevant to the progress of the organization. It means that your boss can trust you. It means that your colleagues at work can trust you. It also means that they can ask you to stand and represent the organization anywhere without second-guessing your ability. Independent courage gives you ability to think through process, to process data effectively well, and at the same time to be able to come to a very beautiful and logical conclusion that will not only help you, but help the organization and everyone around. I think all leaders should learn what it takes to create a platform that can encourage independent courage, that can help each individual to have a courage of independence, that they don't have to be micromanaged, they don't have to be forced to do what they have to do, they don't even have to be coerced to do what they do not have to do. They have ability to make their decisions, to decide on what they have to do for their team within the whole group, and also to take initiative without you forcing your decisions on them. Again, personal progress is very key, and I don't negotiate this. As much as I'm interested in building my research team and research group, as much as I demand a lot of hard work, commitment, and responsibility from my team players, I also want them to make their personal progress. I want them to be able to say, this is exactly what the company or the research group is contributing to their lives. Can I give you an advice that the moment you notice that you work in an organization 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and you have not acquired new skills, the way you came to the organization is the way you are after 2-3 years. You have not been able to build extra competence. Personally, you can't really lay hold on progress that you are making. When you do proper reality check, you realize that your life was even better before you joined the organization. I will advise you to do a rethink if that is exactly the way you want you want to define the trajectory of your career. Personal progress is key. When individuals within a group, a research group, within a company, within an organization, within an institution, start making personal progress, which is influenced by the company or the group that they belong to, they easily give back to that company without making demands for it. So they become responsible, and they also want to give their best and put their best foot forward in case of any challenge. Self-care, which is related to mental health, is very important. Personal hygiene is key. You have to smell well. You have to dress to fit the definition of your role. You have to understand what you are meant to do. There are some habits that are not advised. Although as a leader, you don't get into people's personal lives when you are not invited. But the moment you discover or you notice an habit that can rub on other members of the team and can indirectly affect the whole team, I think you should introduce caution where necessary. And lastly, I don't negotiate faith in God. It takes faith in God for success to be really relevant and be meaningful. No matter how much smart you are, how brilliant and intelligent you are, even no matter how beautiful the vision of the organization is, you always need the help and the hand of God to help you achieve lasting and worthwhile success. Thou seest a man diligent in his work. This man will stand before kings and not just mere men. For that to happen, it takes grace to be great, and that grace will help us to do well in our organization. Once again, Lisa, I know I've been able to add a lot of value to this symposium, and I think we cannot do well as leaders, followers, and members of the team. Thank you so much for this opportunity.